What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. For those of you that are new here, my name's Jose.
And my name is Marcela.
And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, watch this video, give it a like, comment, and if you've had sleep paralysis, which is what I'm going to talk about today, then comment your experience down below.
You are not ready for today's video, because this guy's stories are creepy as hell.
Anyways, guys, let's get right into the topic of today,
which is,
drumroll please, sleep paralysis. So, for those of you that don't know what sleep paralysis is, it's basically when you're sleeping and you wake up and you're conscious, but you can't move at all, like at all. You can't talk, you can't move any of your body parts, your legs, your arms, your glutes, nothing. Yeah, so that's basically what sleep paralysis is. And I'm gonna talk about my sleep paralysis stories. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just here looking pretty.
Yeah, she's just here for moral support.
Because I've never witnessed anything like this, thank God.
Witnessed? You mean experienced?
I've never experienced anything like this before in my life.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Alright, so my sleep paralysis experiences happened a couple years ago, and they went from bad to worse. Well, in my opinion, because it got really creepy. I've only had 2 occasions of sleep paralysis, and it seems that every time I talk about it, I have it again, or someone I know has it. So,
No.
You're next.
No.
Alright, no, but let's.
Okay,
right.
that's it. Thank you guys for watching.
Tomorrow we're gonna make a video about her sleep paralysis tonight.
Not gonna happen to me.
Alright, so here we go. First story. I lived at another house before this. Right now I live at my original home since I was a child, but during high school we moved out and we rented another house just cause. And at that house I lived in the basement, and I mean I guess you could say the house was pretty creepy in general, and we found out towards the end that someone actually died in the house, and etc, etc. So anyways, one day I'm sleeping at home. I think I woke up and turned off my alarm clock and didn't go to school. I decided to skip school that day. I'm sleeping, and then around 8:30 I wake up and I can't move my body at all, and I can't speak at all. So at this point my first thought was, I know this is sleep paralysis, like 100% this is it. I've never experienced this before, but when you're in that situation you just know what it is. So at that point I just close my eyes and I start praying. I fall back asleep, and this was the exact dream I had. So I was at my university and I was at the recreation center, and I was near the pool. I put on those goggles that you put over your eyes and your nose that cover your whole face basically, and I dove into the water. When I dove into the water, I couldn't breathe. And the thing is, I woke up again with sleep paralysis. I couldn't move. My room was like turning blue from my dream. Like I remember seeing it clearly, and I couldn't breathe. I was like, I tried to lift myself up, like force my body up, and no lie, when I forced my body up, I remember just sitting down, but I still couldn't move it. I was just like looking at my room, and like in my head I'm like, oh my God, this is really happening. And the worst feeling was the fact that me trying to like force myself up, I could feel my body still laying down. So in other words, it felt as if my spirit, or whatever you would call it, was leaving my body. And like there's an actual phrase for that. It's called Astral Projection, and it's basically when you allow your spirit to leave your body. And I was reading about it, and it's pretty creepy. But at that point, like I couldn't turn around, but I felt myself still laying down, but I knew like my spirit was sitting down, and I was just staring at my room. And at that point again, I closed my eyes and I just prayed, and then I woke up and I didn't go back to sleep for that like whole day. I was so creeped out. It was so real. Like I remembered everything. Like you just know it wasn't a dream. Like I don't even know how to explain it. I instantly knew it was sleep paralysis. So that happens, you know, I tell my family, I tell her, yeah, creepy, haha. It doesn't happen for like a year. Second time I get sleep paralysis. To this day, I think back to it and I'm like, wow, that gives me the heebie-jeebies. Is that what it's called?
What the heck is that?
What's it called? I don't know what I'm trying to say. I used to play soccer at my university, and after class I would go to my friend's dorm, and I would go to his dorm and I would sleep till practice time. He has class, so he leaves and his roommate's not there. So I'm the only one in his dorm room, right? I go to sleep, or take a nap, whatever you want to call it, and I face the wall. So like the whole time I'm facing the wall, like literally his bed's right next to the wall and I'm just facing the wall. And then I wake up, and this is like a year later, and I wake up, and this time I was a little more like prepared, I guess. Like I woke up and I couldn't move, and I'm like, uh-oh, here we go again, sleep paralysis. And then in my head I'm like, you know what, let me relax,
let me experience.
Basically I'm like, let me relax and let me see what this really is. So I'm still facing the wall, mind you. So then I try to get myself up how I did the other time. I guess like if you just keep trying to force yourself up, like your spirit leaves your body. So then I kept forcing myself up, and like I would sit at the edge of the bed and boom, I would like get thrown back into my body, you know, and I did that like 10 times, right? And then finally, like the 11th time, I'm like, all right, let's go. Like no lie, like this wasn't even a dream, like this was so vivid. It was like me telling you this story right now, like this is how I experienced it. And then like last time, you know, like I'm facing the wall and I get up and I remember sitting and I'm just like I just feel like I'm floating. Like this was the creepiest, coolest experience like ever, you know, but I hope to never go through that again, I'm not gonna lie. So then I get up and like I see the room. I don't look back at my body. I just don't. Like, but I know, like I feel myself still laying down. And then I walk down the hallway out of his dorm room. And then I walk outside and I just look down the hallway. And like the hallway's completely empty. Like it looks exactly how it would like in the regular world, I guess you would say it. And I just remember looking down. I was like, whoa. And I was like, wow, this is really happening to me at the moment. And then I literally 2 steps. I take 1 step and I take my 2nd step down the hallway, and right then and there all I feel is, no lie, like imagine 10 long fingernails right up your back just like this to wake me up. And right there I just went, and I remember just like flashing back to my body, and I was like and I had the sharpest pain in my back. Like I felt like all 10 fingers on my back, like right on my back, and I was just facing the wall. I was like and at that point, I was like, oh my god, like that was, not gonna lie, one of the most scariest experiences like, out of my ghost stories, just for the fact that like, I think something really touched me. Like I remember waking up and I started praying immediately because I didn't know what to do. I was so scared. I was like, I really just did that, like just for fun and games, I guess. And the sharpest pain, like I said, just 10 fingers just jabbed me in my back to basically like wake me up. That was my last ever sleep paralysis experience. Knock on wood. So fast forward like a couple months, I tell one of my friends who also has like a lot of different experiences with ghosts and stuff, you know, just a long history in his family. And I tell him what I did. He got mad at me. He's like, why would you do that? He's like, you're lucky that whoever put those 10 fingers on you was most likely trying to keep you from going further for a good reason. And I thought about it. And when he said that, I was like I was just there in silence. I was like, holy, you know, like something really tried to keep me safe in a way. I mean, if I think about it that way, if you think about it, that's basically what happened. You know, I was going too far away from my body and then something just brought me back in. And supposedly like astral projection is dangerous, you know, you're basically in the spirit world, and if you go far enough, like you don't find your way back to your body. So that's creepy. That's actually really creepy. Like thinking about it, like I mean, whether you guys believe in this or not, I personally do believe in it. I guess you can't really believe in it until it happens to you, which I hope it doesn't. But it's a scary experience. The first sleep paralysis wasn't bad. It was normal, I guess. But the second sleep paralysis, I did what you call astral projection, and that was very creepy. And to this day, I hope I never do it again. Even though I am, not gonna lie, I am very curious, you know, the fact that that happened, you know, like what if it happened again? And yeah, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. Those are my 2 sleep paralysis stories. They're real experiences. I didn't add any juice to them, you know, nothing. It was exactly how it happened and exactly how I remember it, and exactly how I've always told the stories. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this video and have experienced sleep paralysis, comment down below and let us know, because I'm very curious to see who else has had sleep paralysis. Also, give it a like, turn on post notifications so that I don't get sleep paralysis again. Subscribe. And to all our loyal viewers, we love you. Awato. Just thinking about these stories just keeps me out, you know, like I left my body like 100%. Like I know for a fact, whether people believe it or not, like I know what I felt and I know what I went through. I mean, hope you enjoyed this creepy video. I know our last video was a little fun, you know, but we had to bring it back, you know, had to bring the mood back. And also, if you guys enjoy like sit down vlogs with us, just let us know. We'll do more of these, you know, like relationship advice, etc., anything really. Like we will talk about anything. We can talk for days. Well, I can talk for days. She's more support. Thank you so much for watching. I'm kind of hoping she has sleep paralysis tonight. That way.
You just said you don't hope that on anybody.
No, just you know what not to do. That way we have another story to tell.
These things creep me out, but I love it.
See ya.
Bye.